चाहता हूँ। तो कैसे हैं आप लोग? उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे, लाइफ को एंजॉय कर रहे होंगे, हंसते और मुस्कुराते हुए हम तीनों की तरह। मेरा नाम है राना उमर।
मेरा नाम है दसी राना।
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद यूसुफ साहब।
आज एक और वीडियो हाजिर हुए हैं। उस वीडियो का टाइटल है इनसाइड गरुड़ा इंडोनेशिया ए न्यू बिजनेस क्लास टू चाइना, वीडियो क्रिएटेड बाय नोएल फिलिप्स। जिन दोस्तों को ये वीडियो अच्छी लगे इस वीडियो को लाइक करना, शेयर करना, कमेंट्स करना, इसके साथ ही चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना। वीडियो के आखिर में हम आपके साथ अपने हाथ का इजहार करेंगे, उस वक्त तक हमारे साथ रहें। लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड।
This week, I take a ride on a plane that looks like it might have COVID and eat curry for breakfast as I take a flight to China with Garuda Indonesia.
Garuda. Good morning, or should I say good evening, depending on what time zone I'm on at the minute. And now it's time to go across to the airport for my next flight, because today we're taking a flight, of course, on the national airline of the country we are in, Garuda Indonesia. Great, thank you. And I'll see you next time I come through. Next time I come here, I'll see you. All right, thank you. Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much. See you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Now, whenever I'm in Jakarta, I like to stay in the Pick Avenue area. It's about a 10-minute drive from the airport and it's quite handy to get back there.
Nothing is super positive and upbeat today. Like, I'm ready and raring to go. You know when you've had no sleep for like ages and you suddenly get like a decent night's kick and you're like all of a sudden just bouncing? That's me today. It's going to be a good day today. Let's go and get checked in for Garuda.
Check-in was fairly straightforward today, and before too long I was heading through security and passport control for my flight.
I just met somebody else doing exactly the same SkyTeam challenge as me, trying to get on all of the SkyTeam airlines. So at least I know I'm not the only crazy person doing this to get a million miles. Right, time to get down to the lounge here at Jakarta, and some cool planes out there actually right now. I wonder if we have a view of them from the lounge. Let's go and figure it out. Hello, good morning, how are you? Thank you. Alright, thank you.
The Garuda Lounge in Jakarta is pretty pleasant. There's a decent choice of food and plenty of areas to sit down and wait for the flights as well. There isn't really a decent view of the planes though.
There's kind of a view of the planes over there, just sort of in the distance, but it's okay, never mind. We're about an hour here in the lounge, then we'll get down to the gate, gone for some teriyaki beef, I think it is this morning. It's like an Indonesian version, it's quite nice. A couple of potato wedges and a can of Coke. Alright, then time to go and get on board my flight. Heading across to China to a place called Guangzhou, which is in the sort of south of China somewhere. Never been before. We're going to go and figure out what it's like, but let's go down to the gate and see if we can get on board. Alright, there is my ride over to Guangzhou, China. This is Garuda Indonesia's Airbus A330neo, and it looks like I've got to be careful on this flight because it's wearing a face mask. It might have COVID. We've got to be careful we don't pick anything up. However, we should be good. And yeah, it's about a 6-hour run today across to Guangzhou on the A330neo. Really looking forward to seeing what it's like on board and how much of an improvement it is over their other planes, which are a little bit tired and dated. So we'll go and figure out what it's like when we get on board.
Pretty soon though, boarding was called and it was time to get on the flight.
Hello there, how are you?
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you, have a good day. Hello, how are you? Thank you. Alright, thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you? Good to see you.
Nice to see you on board.
Thank you.
Enjoy the flight.
Thank you. 8K.
8K.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's your space.
Amazing, thank you. Wow. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, then welcome on board Garuda Indonesia's Airbus A330neo. This is really nice actually. It's in this 121 configuration here in business class. Pretty decent compared to the old 222 that I had on the older A330 last time I flew them. And you can get a suite here at the side. I've got a glass of champagne here and a hot towel just here waiting for me. There's storage just there. We've got a little reading light in here, USB power, and
like a 3-pin audio socket there. Then we've got the seat controls down here, pretty decent. Big TV screen out the front as well. We'll go through that in a little while. Plenty of legroom as well, many leg rooms on this A330neo, and yeah, it should be quite decent. I've actually ended up on one that's slightly away from the window. I actually originally was booked on an A330-200. I think they've swapped it to this aircraft, which is why they've just put me in this seat, but it should be a good flight anyway. About a 6-hour run today up to Guangzhou in China. Before too long, the safety demo was started. We pushed back from the gate and got on our way out for our departure from Jakarta. One thing I did notice in Jakarta though was that the Indonesians do love a special livery on their planes. It seemed that pretty much every plane in their fleet was in some sort of special livery. In fact, the regular Garuda Indonesia livery seemed to be the rarest one here. Our route today then took us north out of Jakarta to head towards Singapore. From there we flew out over the South China Sea towards the Vietnam coast, flew off the coast of Vietnam before going up to China. Flight time today was 4 hours and 41 minutes, cruising at 40,000 feet. Right, so Garuda's A330's got this beautiful wood finish on the seat. I quite like it actually, it fits it quite well, contrasting with all this stuff. I'm not Gokwan or anything, I'm not really into design, but hey, it's quite nice. But anyway, breakfast service has arrived, and I've gone for the chicken roti for my main course, but you get a starter, and I've gone for the, well, you just get what they give you really, and it's fruit. So I'll have some fruit, and then we'll wait for my roti. Right, the main course turned up, chicken rosti, not a roti, it's rosti. Roti's a bread, isn't it? I don't remember. It's like curry with rice. That's really nice. The chicken's really tender as well, very nice. You know, often when I fly on the Asian airlines, a lot of the time for breakfast they do these like spicy curry type dishes. And I always wonder who wants like curry for breakfast and stuff, and I guess when your time zone is all to whack like mine is at the minute, and this is actually my dinner, spicy food's okay, isn't it, for dinner? You don't mind having it for your tea, do you? But anyway, it's good.
It's time for the Noel Philips.
Subscribe to this channel.
It is indeed, and this is one of 2 business class loos on the Garuda A330neo, and it's a bit weird because in the middle, at the back of the business class cabin, there's 2 loos, one on either side, and one of them is for economy and one of them is for business class, and it's weird because everybody from economy just comes and lines up for either one of them. They don't seem to do a very good job of like splitting that off. Not that it makes much difference to me, I don't really care who I share a shitter with, but some people do, and well, that's not ideal. But anyway, this is the loo in the middle. It's not too bad. We've got the toilet down there. We've got a selection of utensils and things there, some hand wash and a sink, and a thing for the bin down there, like a pedal thing that you do the bin thing with. And other than that, we've got a baby changing mat. Look, it's a bit it's a little bit small, but it's not too bad really for a wide body plane. It's quite a small loo actually, this one, I have to say, and this is the middle one. I haven't been to the forward one. I thought this one would be bigger, but it's not, and that's what she said. And anyway, right, so this is the loo on the Garuda A330neo. I'm going to head back to my seat and we'll have a look through what's on the telly.
That was the Noel Philips Loo Review.
One thing I do have to say though on Garuda is the cabin crew are just absolutely amazing, and even when I've been walking around the cabin and going back to the galley and things like that, they always remember my name. They remember Mr. Noel, and they go, "Oh, thank you, hello Mr. Noel, would you like a drink now, Mr. Noel?" It's so polite, professional, and just amazing in terms of the services. I don't know how many passengers these crew have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. The fact that they remember my name when I go into the galley, and it's the same for all the other passengers as well, it's just pretty decent. Alright, so let's have a little look through the in-flight entertainment system on the Garuda A330neo. We're in business class, you get these big monitors. There is a big issue with this, and I'm going to talk about it because it doesn't move at all. It's fixed in that position, yet the bed obviously moves to various positions. Where I am sitting right now, I can't see the screen because it's one of those cheap LCD tellies where you move to a slightly different angle and you can't actually see what's on the screen. It is not ideal, really. It would be nice if you could move it to a different angle or something, or maybe get a different colour screen, different type of screen or something. Anyway, let's see what's on the telly anyway. So we've got a nice selection of movies. We can watch Hollywood things. There's TV series is here. I've just been sitting watching First Dates, actually. Not seen that for a while. And it's interesting they've got that. That's a TV programme they used to have in the UK. Honestly, since moving to the States, I've not seen it. So I've been watching a bit of that. It's been quite nice. So as you can see, if I move the camera there, you can't see the screen at all. It's very narrow. Maybe that's by design. Maybe so other people don't see what you're watching on the screen. But yeah, it's not ideal, really. I do like the way this seat moves, though. It's pretty nice. If I press the recline button, it sort of scoops you up and swings you back like that. It's really nice, very smooth motion. I quite like that. And then it'll do the same if I put it into the flatbed. But this is sort of like a chill position that you have, and it's quite nice. It works quite well. And then we've got the flatbed as well. If I hit that button, it'll take us down into a bed, and we'll see what that's like. Right, so that's the flatbed. It's not a bad length. It's quite decent in the length department. It's a little bit snug side to side. There's not a lot of privacy with this, really, either. Usually this bit here comes quite a bit further forward than it is doing here, and it's not ideal. Everybody can see it, especially on these aisle seats. I'm wondering if the ones on the outer seats aren't quite the same, they might be a bit better. Anyway, not a bad amount of space anyway, and I feel I could get a decent nice kick here if I wanted to, but still a bit exposed, really. And speaking of privacy, did you know that an airline seat isn't the only place that you could be left exposed? Every day your data appears across the internet and you probably don't even know it. Your name, address, telephone numbers, even your social security number could be appearing all across the internet in the databases of data brokers.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year.
Now, I really didn't take my own personal privacy too seriously for a very long time. I had the typical British attitude of, well, as long as I've done nothing wrong, what does it matter if my data's out there? Well, it wasn't until I started going on YouTube that I realised just how much there was about me all over the internet and just how many companies paid for that information. Moving here to the States made that even clearer. Companies out here pay an absolute fortune for your personal data. Even today, I've had this lot through in the mailbox. Enhance your experience for American Airlines with a credit card. Can you enhance American Airlines? American Express, you're pre-approved, yay! Eligibility notice, important. Extremely urgent, credit card bill, pay immediately. Okay, maybe that one's quite important, but you get the picture, don't you? All these companies get access to your data. They start spamming you through the mail, over the phone, via email. It's just relentless. But all of that is nothing compared to what I used to get before I started using Incogni. You see, I signed up with them, and within minutes they'd find my data in hundreds of websites all over the internet and automatically had it removed. I've been with them for a while now, and they're always emailing me letting me know the latest sites that they've removed all my data from. Sign up for Incogni was super easy. I just went on the website, filled in a few details, and within minutes they went to work and started removing my data from different websites all over the internet. Now, I'm so happy that my data has been erased from so much of the internet, and so is my mailbox. My wallet is too, because they're currently offering 60% off an annual plan and a 30-day money-back guarantee when you use my promo code Noel Philips at incogni.com/Noel Philips.
Eventually we reached the Chinese coastline and the plane started manoeuvring all over the sky, letting us know it was time to start our descent into Guangzhou.
And then we have started our descent down into Guangzhou in China, and we've started our typical sort of flight that we do in China, and you fly these random little 90-degree legs here and there. You turn right 90 degrees, left 90 degrees. It's a bit like navigating downtown New York or something, because the airway system here is a little bit weird, and they don't really do shortcuts or anything for them, and the airways effectively mean that you have to do these crazy patterns as you come into land. So yeah, we're sort of weaving left and right at the minute. Good job I don't get airsick that easily. If you get airsick, then you might struggle a bit coming to China, I have to say. But anyway, we are landing soon down into Guangzhou.
And after a long descent, we finally got a view of the murky skyline of Guangzhou in China. Flying into China is always pretty cool, but the view always seems to be the same. A very grey, miserable sky and lots of tower blocks underneath. My flight up to Guangzhou today cost me $597 or approximately 4.3 million Paraguayan guaranis. I didn't think that was too bad value for money really, working out at just 29 cents per mile. It was pretty cool seeing the Chinese-built Comac C909 parked up here. Check out my video when I flew on one down in Indonesia.
Ayo bersin, come on. Ya, tinggal kita dulu.
Alright, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Welcome to Guangzhou in China. This is the first of 3 times I'll be passing through China in the next 48 hours, never entering, transiting each time. So let's head through the transfer lane here for the first of our Chinese airports on this trip.
And to be honest, like all of the other Chinese airports I flew through on this trip, Guangzhou was a bit of a pain in the arse. First of all, you have to go through a health quarantine where they check your temperature, which was quite interesting with a hot camera on my bag, as I got pulled aside twice. From there I had to go to the international transfer lane where they checked my passport and caused quite a bit of confusion. For some reason he walked off with my passport and came back a few minutes later having stamped a little bit of paper. Then he opened up WhatsApp or something and started chatting to his mate and sending pictures of my passport and boarding pass before finally giving it back to me and letting me go on my way to the security checkpoint, which again was a load of fun and games.
Yes, okay. Here we go. Okay. Alright, upstairs. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Security in China is like nothing else in the world, well maybe apart from India, but pretty soon I was through to airside.
Alright, and welcome to Guangzhou in China. Home to, I think China Southern are based here, actually. That's not where we're flying on next, by the way. But anyway, yeah, China Southern I think are based here. That was quite a nice little flight up with Garuda. I really enjoyed it on the new A330neo. Amazing crew, amazing service, and what an amazing business class they've got on that plane as well. Really, really enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought of Garuda down in the comments. And in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye bye. यार हमने इंडोनेशिया की बसेस देखी, ट्रक देखे, देखकर हमें बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा और रह गया था एरोप्लेन देखना। और आज हमने इंडोनेशिया का एरोप्लेन देखा है और देखकर हम हैरान हो गए माशाल्लाह। इसकी जो बिज़नेस क्लास सीट थी जो बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त थी, जिसे देखकर हैरान हो गए हैं। और भाई भी लास्ट पे ये बोल रहे थे कि ये बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त है और इनकी हर एक चीज़ वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छी थी। इंडोनेशिया के लोगों का बातचीत करने का अंदाज़ बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा है, फ्रेंडली लोग हैं, सब कुछ यार बहुत अच्छा लगा। भाई को भी बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा और हमें तो और ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा यार। हमने सोचा था कि इंडोनेशिया की जो है ना एयरप्लेन ऐसे होंगे, तो वाकई आज हमने देखे हैं बिल्कुल वैसी एयरप्लेन है इनके। और भाई ने वीडियो ज़बरदस्त क्रिएट किया है, देख कर दिल खुश हो गया जी।
माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छी वीडियो बनाई भाई ने, देखकर बहुत अच्छा लगा। और इंडोनेशिया का एयरप्लेन बहुत ही खूबसूरत है और उनकी सीटें बहुत ही खूबसूरत है, वो बहुत अच्छी सीटें हैं। और इंडोनेशिया का एयरपोर्ट भी बहुत ही खूबसूरत एयरपोर्ट है, बहुत ही साफ सुथरा, वो बहुत बड़ा एयरपोर्ट है, देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा। वो वहाँ का चाइना का भी एयरपोर्ट बहुत खूबसूरत एयरपोर्ट है, देख के बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, बहुत खूबसूरत एयरपोर्ट है। इंडोनेशिया हर चीज़ में आगे है, वो अल्लाह ताला उनको और तरक्की दे।
आमीन आमीन।
माशाल्लाह पहले हमने ट्रेन देखी थी, वो भी बहुत खूबसूरत थी इंडोनेशिया की। माशाल्लाह वो बसें भी देखी, वो भी हमने देखी है माशाल्लाह, वो भी बहुत प्यारी थी माशाल्लाह, तरक्की उन्होंने की है। आज हमने ये व्यंजन भी देखा है यार, उनकी भी सीटें देख के, उसकी खूबसूरती देख के, एयरपोर्ट देख के यार हमें ना मज़ा आया, हमने जो है किया है माशाल्लाह। हर लिहाज में माशाल्लाह वो बहुत ही आगे जा रहे हैं, अल्लाह ताला और तरक्की उनके नाम रहे हैं।
तो वीडियो के दौरान हम यही बात कर रहे थे कि ये जो इनका एयरपोर्ट है बहुत ज़्यादा क्लीन है और लग ही नहीं था रहा यहाँ पे लोग आ रहे हैं जा रहे हैं, इतनी ज़्यादा यहाँ पे सफाई थी और देखकर हमें बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा यार, हमने एंजॉय किया। आई होप कि आप लोगों ने भी एंजॉय किया होगा। अगर आपको हमारी आज की वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो वीडियो को लाइक करना, शेयर करना और कमेंट्स करना, इसके साथ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना। साथ ही इंस्टाग्राम और फेसबुक का लिंक भी नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में मौजूद है, आप इसको भी फॉलो करें। तो मिलते हैं इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। हर की टेक केयर एंड अल्लाह हाफिज़, पीस।